I got the opportunity about a month or so ago to go to San Francisco for the first time for a professional conference. And one of the things that fascinated me most was learning how a cable car makes a U-turn in San Francisco. So I went down to ride on the cable car, my first time ever. I know it's a pretty touristy thing to do, but I just had to do it just once, see what it was like. And you can see me here. This is at the confluence of Powell and Market Streets, I think, in San Francisco. There are two remaining lines, apparently, for the cable cars. Used to be a lot more than that, but there's just two now. You can see them kind of coming up the street making a Y. And they both end at this point. So here comes one cable car, and he goes on to this circular wooden thing you've been looking at here for a minute. And so this is literally the end of the line here, and this is called a turntable, and it turns out it is like the cable car answer to a roundhouse in the old steam engine world. And you see this gentleman who is I guess they call him the grip man. He's the operator, driver of the cable car, and he just turns it with his own strength. Just spins it around like a record on a turntable. For those of you who remember records, this other gentleman also works with the cable cars. Now they're going to push it off the turntable and get it onto the track, and it's going to head back up the hill and go on up the hill and over some hills and down some hills and go off to Fisherman's Wharf. In the steam engine days, roundhouses were necessary because they needed to turn the engines around, and of course they also did maintenance on the engines, the locomotives, at the roundhouses. So wherever there was a roundhouse, it tended to be sort of a center of railroad activity and kind of developed the economic base. So what you're looking at is the cable car answer to a roundhouse. It's a turntable. I was there on a beautiful day at the very beginning of October. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but there was a parade going up and down the street. Incredible amount of noise. And the lines were pretty long. It was a beautiful Saturday. This line you've been looking at around the turntable is one whole line. This is the one-day passport I bought from the city that gives you unlimited rides on cable cars and buses. It was $11. You get a little booklet there and you scratch out your day. And I was in line for probably about a half an hour to get on a car and ride it. I wound up going all the way down to Fisherman's Wharf and getting on a bus and going out the Golden Gate Bridge, which was really cool. So here we have another cable car. He's coming down the hill. He's gonna get on the turntable, and here comes this gentleman with the hat on and the gloves, and he's gonna turn it around. And they push it off the turntable, and that's going to go on up the hill. But I thought riding on the cable car was a real thrill. You don't get there very fast. I think most of the people who ride them now are generally tourists. There are a few people on my cable car who looked like they were probably just average folks from San Francisco trying to get from one place to another. But this is the car I wound up riding, this little red one. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.